What's going on, family? Y'all already know the motto. Stay woke, stay strong, stay focused, and stay positive. This is actually a topic I've been waiting to talk about since I started Truly Spiritual Awakening. It's actually been 4 years, and I've been holding off on this topic because I wanted to make sure um, that I also put out the right information. Gang stalking and targeted individuals. Oh, the time to truly understand and understand that you're a targeted individual, you are actually a special person. This is y'all time. This is our time. The time is short. The enemy knows their time is short. So now they trying to take out as many individuals as they can that are walking into their gifts, that are figuring out who they are, that are not falling for the okey doke. As I tell people, just for example, the Matrix was more than symbolic. The Matrix was actually, for example, Neo thought, and what the Matrix told him, he was nothing but a worthless computer hacker. And when Morpheus got a hold of him, he said, "No, that's what they told you. They told you was just a hacker. You are much more than that." And Neo turned out to be the one, the solution. As I tell people, when you fully understand who you are, when you truly realize without a doubt who you are, then there is nothing to fear. Because at the end of the day, you were here to be a solution, not a problem. Gang stalking and being a targeted individual is spiritual warfare on this highest secretive level. And I say that because I never knew a heap about gang stalking until I became a targeted individual. I never even knew something like that existed. I mean, I knew demons was real. But I didn't know they was operating on such a level to where they was um so involved with people's lives every single day. So with that being stated, how you became a targeted individual. One, one is you notice. That's when. First of all, let me. You are already a targeted individual when you come to this earth. They already know who you are the moment you were brought into this planet. They already know who you are when you're born. The only thing is you didn't know who you was. That's all that was. But see, what happened was, and a lot of us have more, to a degree, happiness than others. And when I say that, like when you wake up, you are already happy. You don't even know why. You just happy. And you have some people that just wake up to find something to be miserable about. So by you being happy, that alone causes issues for these demonic entities on this planet. That's it. You don't, but without you realizing what your gift is at that time, by you waking up with a smile on your face, that causes an issue for these negative entities. So with that being stated, imagine it like this, and I don't know how much it affects these negative entities. I really don't. But I'm saying I'm gonna put it in a perspective to where y'all can see why y'all get attacked, or at least on a basic level, until you figured out why you was a target individual. Imagine you every day waking up with a migraine, and the reason for your migraine is because um, some dog is barking outside. And I'm gonna cancel that in the name of the Most High because we're not claiming any migraines and we're not claiming any dogs barking outside. Always watch your words. The moment you say something that can be harmful to you, always cancel it in the name of the Most High, your angels or your ancestors. But imagine you keep getting that because this dog is outside. You're gonna try to find a way to shut this dog up. I ain't gonna say shut it up, but you're gonna find a way to find some type of way to stop this migraine with this dog. But with you being a good person, you're not gonna think of like no lethal. You're not gonna think about lethal way. Well, see, this is the issue. We dealing with entities that's been on this planet a long time. We dealing with entities that's already lost. So they look at it like this: since we already lost, we just gonna take out all of the most high people. We gonna take out the problem. So with that being stated, one is because you're happy. Two is because you notice. My I was always a targeted individual, but I didn't start getting really gang stalking until I realized, like, hold on, this car is following me. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, your happiness affects people. The moment you start participating with inside the matrix and inside what's ever going, like when somebody trying to influence me, I'll actually look at it like, nope, that don't make sense, so I'm not okay with it. The moment you actually start thinking, truly, the moment you start thinking, that's when you become the target. Because a lot of this stuff don't make sense, and y'all know it don't. And so what happens is, they're like, okay, this person is starting to wake up. They starting to call out the BS for what it is. So we're gonna start attacking them. Because what happens is when you start calling out the BS, if you are a good source, like a lot of people know you, you're a good person, then to a degree, people gonna start listening to you. Now you're waking up people on a mass scale. The enemy can lose control if you wake up to a degree. If you wake up, or what's I ain't gonna say lose control, but the system goes crashing down if nobody believes the system even works. They got us believe this system works when it doesn't. So the moment you overstand and understand that it doesn't even work anyway, the system will go crashing down. And they know that. So the moment they see that you overstand and understand that this system is nonsense, now you about to start getting attacked because they want to see if they can destroy you as fast as possible. That way that you can't influence nobody else. Now, with that being stated, everything has laws and rules. These demons cannot harm you physically. Now, with that being stated, that's why you always got to stay in your right mind. Now, they can play a lot of mental games with you. That's what they will do. The theater show, cars will try to run into you all the time, or they look like they're going to do, just to always get that rise out of you, to make you snap. Just stay woke, stay strong, stay focused, and stay positive. Keep going about your day. Do not, and it's going to sound, it's easier said than done. It took 3, 4 years for me to really, I want to say 2, 3 years, yeah, because it was happening every day. But like for real, cars trying to run me off the road, but this was nothing but the enemy. The moment I overstood that this was spiritual warfare, that's when the game changed because now that I knew I had angels protecting me. I knew the Most High was watching. I knew that, and what happened was I was coming into my gift, and I didn't know it. At that time, I was coming to my gift and I didn't know it. And my gift affects these entities on a mass scale. And what happens is, the moment you start being attacked, your mind, body, and spirit to a degree has a fight or flight. So it's like my gift was acting without me really paying attention. Because at that time, I didn't even know that that was considered one of my gifts. So the beginning of my spiritual warfare, my gift was acting in my defense to help protect me from these entities that was trying to destroy me as well. So, but they couldn't harm me, but they act like they was gonna harm me. That way, if I would have snapped and lost control and did something physical to them, then that would have gave them the okay to hurt me or put me in jail or worse. So don't get even if I kid you not, if you do not believe me about Gangstalking a target individual, believe this. Do not allow it to do not allow it to mess with your physical work life. If I would have took heed in the first year that somebody said it was spiritual warfare, it was a few jobs I actually would have stayed on that because I just would have understood, okay, this is what it is. Do not allow it to mess with you at work. Don't allow it to throw you off your game. Don't allow it to make you late for work. If you know they're gonna mess with you, then go ahead and get up an hour early or 2 hours early and take and just drive to work because this is gonna be 24/7 until you truly figure out who you are and what you can do. The moment you realize your abilities, the moment you realize your gifts, that's when you can combat them a little bit. But all right, stay back because at that point it's like your gift, push them off of you. But with also that being stated, you do have angels and ancestors and spiritual guides and other talk. I even pay my respects to other targeted individuals that didn't make it this far because I did look up the statistics and a lot of targeted individuals either end up mass shooters, committed suicide, or locked up because they didn't comprehend that this is spiritual warfare. So don't ever get it confused. The reason why you became a target individual because you are a good person. You are a great person. You are the solution to this planet. You are here to break the curses put upon this world. And so it is that simple. When you already know what you're here to do and they know what you're here to do, then their plan is to destroy you before you can even figure out what you were here to do. It took. I look at it like this. The family I grew up in, they raised me tough. I won't lie to y'all. The family I grew up in, they instilled that what you gonna do? You gonna quit? You gonna give up? They said this to me every day as a kid because it mentally instills. Like I tell people, if you made it through your family growing up as a kid, then anything else, the world is just extra. Your family already prepares you to go through it with this world already. And that's why I tell people what your family job is to prepare you for this world. Let's really break it down. Anything else is extra. Love, care, all that is extra. But the family I grew up in, they instill a large amount of toughness, thick skin, because they talked about me. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't necessarily to a degree, in my opinion, I don't think they did it in a hurtful way. But at the end of the day, you know what your child is going to, even if you don't think your child is special, you already know just being involved in this world that your child is going to go through some things. So I was already being prepared as a kid. Like, if anything else, you're going to have problems in this world just because